welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Alex's experience with COVID-19. I wanted to make this video to make awareness to everyone out there. Also because I have had a lot of family and friends and asking like to Alex, why have you guys been MIA for a while? Why haven't you posted any videos lately? And this is the reason why I haven't posted. I haven't been feeling okay. I contracted COVID myself. My symptoms were not as severe, but we were going through it, you guys. The whole month of December, it was like a rough month for us. Alex did spend Christmas at the hospital, so we're just quarantined in the house, the rest of our family members. He did get discharged on New Year's Eve, so thankfully we were able to have him back home. Today, a month later, we are finally feeling a little better. Although he's not out of the woods, he's still on oxygen and he still has to be very careful and take care of himself. Talk to me about your experience. I know you were sick a few days before the 22nd.
In the beginning, at first I thought it was just that I have the flu, you know. But I keep checking my temp, that's why I said no fever, because that's what I remember. I didn't have a fever, but I felt like I had a fever. But I would check it. We have a temporal scanner, and I would check it, and it didn't register that I had a fever. It was like 98, maybe 97. But my whole body was shivering. I was sweating all the time, you know, when I would sleep and during the day. But I had all the symptoms except the fever. I was admitted in Temecula Valley Hospital. Yeah, they have great nurses there and great doctors. They helped me out really good. They gave me some good medication. I think remdesivir, and then some antibiotics. That's what they were giving me, and some steroids for my breathing, for my lungs. I was still on the high flow oxygen, and I had to get off that first, or at least get on regular oxygen to go home. So I was able to get on regular oxygen after 6 days. I was on 4 liters in the hospital, and then my O2 sat was like maybe 96 or 94, and then they gave me the okay to go home after that. Yeah.
Okay. Were you in and out of consciousness while you were in the hospital?
No, the first 4 days I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. They gave me something to sleep after the 4th day because I was scared to die. You know, like, I mean, in the hospital, my door was like slightly open, and at night I could see them taking out like bodies, you know, or during the day when they would die, and then you could hear code blue, such and such room, or ICU, or, you know, they had a lot of code blues, believe me. And code blue means like somebody needs help, or they're about to like
going into cardiac arrest.
Going into cardiac arrest, you know. Yes.
Okay. Were you able to get up from your bed to like use the bathroom?
The first couple of days, because my legs felt really tired and my whole body felt tired, I didn't. I used the urinal. So, and I wasn't going number 2 too much, and so I would just use the urinal. Yeah.
You look a little hollowed out. Did you lose weight?
At first I lost, when I was in the hospital and during that whole thing, I couldn't eat, maybe for like a week and a half.
And I'm assuming your oxygen levels were low.
Yeah, my oxygen, like I said, when I first came in was 68. Then they put me on the high flow oxygen. So that brought it up to like 96, 94 or something, somewhere around there. But it was high flow. It's nothing like the regular type of oxygen. And I was telling the nurse the whole time, because I'm in the medical field. So I was telling the nurse, whatever you do not put a trach on me. You put a trach on me. I said, well, the nurse said, you better not pass out. You don't want to put a trach? And that's why I didn't sleep for the first 4 days. Because, you know, a lot of us know in the medical field, if they trach you, that's gonna be it. That's a wrap. You know, like 80% of people that get trached, they don't make it. Because your airway's open. Your airway's open for bacteria, for anything, you know.
Infection.
But for some people, it could save their lives. You know, I'm not saying that it's all bad, but
it's just a higher risk of survival.
it's a higher risk, yeah. But for some people, they have a hard time breathing. They trach you, it'll open up your lungs, and they could put in or push in more air in your lungs. They trach you, man,
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, while you were laying in bed, what thoughts were going through your head?
That I miss my kids, I miss my family, I miss my wife, and I miss all of them. And I need to survive. I need to stay alive for them. That was my main goal. You know, to get out of the hospital as soon as I can, and with minimal damage that I got, but to make it home, because I want to see them. That was my main thing. Because I came home like New Year's Eve, right?
Yes.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
You were discharged New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So I was able to see them New Year's Eve, spend New Year's Eve with them, and that was great. You know. So, and that's all I could ask for Christmas, for New Year's, to see my family. Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you home, and I'm glad you're recovering. You sound and you look a lot better than a few weeks ago when you were discharged from the hospital. Do you have a message for anybody watching this video, or would you like to give a message to anyone?
Yeah. COVID ain't no joke. I mean, something serious to really worry about. It's something that you really have to be cautious about. That a lot of people are like skeptic about it because they haven't got it, or they haven't had anybody that they know that have got it. But it's real, especially in California. It's out there, you know, and it's not fun to get.
You were on a thin rope. Were you scared to die?
The first 4 days, I couldn't sleep, and the nurse was asking me like, "How come you're not sleeping, Mr. Medina?" Well, because I'm scared to die. That's why I wasn't sleeping. So she offered me something to help me sleep, and I took that and I fell asleep.
And how do you think you contracted COVID?
Well, I think I got it at work because, like I said, I work in the healthcare industry. You know, so I think I got it at work, yeah. And they were a lot of nurses, because I heard when I left, like 17 or 16 nurses also contracted COVID. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
In the same unit that where I worked. So that tells you something.
Right.
You know.
How do you feel today?
Right now, other than I have to be on oxygen for 24 hours. I feel okay. I feel great, but I can't go without the oxygen far. Like if I take it off and I go walk to the car, I come back, it's probably like at 70 or maybe like 75, you know, because I have a little O2 sat meter that I have, and I constantly check my O2 sat. Yeah, but so I spent most of the day downstairs, and then when I'm about to go to bed, then I have my son help me carry the oxygen machine upstairs, and then when I go up there, I'm out of breath. Yes, so I do have, and I barely go up and down the stairs like in the daytime. If I'm down here, I'm down here the whole day on the first floor. But when I go upstairs, that means I'm about to go to bed. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else you would like to say to anyone out there?
Yeah, wear your mask, because a lot of times I see a lot of people, like, especially like if you go outside your house and go to the store. You know, in the beginning of this whole COVID thing, people, I believe, this is just my opinion, they didn't want to wear their mask. You know, oh no, it's this whole COVID thing's fake. You know, but once it hit winter and it got cold, especially here, where we live, in the IE, it got cold, and we live up in the mountains or in the hills, and it gets cold. I mean, it snows up here sometimes, and man, it really that COVID really hits you. And you guys wear your mask and wash your hands or put a hand sanitizer on. You guys have to take it seriously.
He has been out of work since he got hospitalized, so he is recovering at home, but he is doing a lot better than he was before. And I want to thank everyone who send us their messages and send us their prayers. Thankfully Alex was able to make it alive out of the hospital, but it was a very tough experience for us. And I hope that everybody learns from this experience. I hope that everybody takes conscience and be aware of the severity of this virus. This virus is no joke. Everybody needs to take it serious. I know a lot of us at first were kind of skeptical about the virus and not taking it as serious, or at least not thinking that it was a serious thing. But as you guys can see, it is a serious thing. The numbers are still going high. We both work in hospitals, so we see it day by day. People's lives are just taken so fast. So we want to make sure that everybody does their part, does their share, wear their mask, and most definitely take care of your loved ones. Think about your parents, think about the elderly people that live in your household, and just, stop the virus from spreading. Staying together with your family and not exposing your loved ones. So yeah, that's the message for today, guys. Anything else you would like to say, Alex?
No, I think you said it all. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask, guys. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.